Today we're going to talk about removing dead weight from your team. Now, I understand some of you guys may be very scared to remove a dead weight. When I say dead weight, people on your team that are not performing, okay, which we're going to get to in a second. But it's a very, very, very methodical process on how to get it done, and you have to get it done. You cannot just sit there and allow people to be on your team because it's going to affect your business, it's going to affect your money, and ultimately it's going to affect everyone around you. So my name is Michael Barayev, and I was able to build a team of 150 plus sales guys in less than 2.5 years, and we did that with zero money invested. And we're going to talk today, like I told you, removing the dead weight. Okay? There's a process to it. There's a mindset to it. There's a reason to why you need to do it. So one of the things that I look for every single week, every single month is I look for people to get rid of in my team. Now you might be saying, Michael, what's wrong with you? Why do you want to get rid of people? Very simple. There's 4 types of people in a business. Okay, and I probably went over this in another video before, but you have high maintenance, right? You have high maintenance, okay, and high production. Okay? When it's a high maintenance, a high production kind of person, they give you a lot of headaches. They're very difficult to deal with, but they bring in results. Okay? This one, they bring in results. All right? Now, this type of person, can you deal with them? Listen, they drive you bananas, but you still want them in your team because they're bringing production. What I ultimately want is someone with low maintenance, right? Low maintenance, okay? But with high production. That's like the perfect person. And by the way, don't mind my handwriting. I know I write chicken scratch, okay? But low maintenance and high production, meaning they have very little headache with you. You have very little headache with them. You tell them what needs to get done, they get it done. They're awesome players. They get shit done without you telling them what needs to get done. They're just awesome. As a matter of fact, a lot of these people become very, 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 very big in leadership because they don't have that many issues. By the way, if you're thinking which one was me, this one was me, okay? I had a lot of difficulties, okay? When people started to deal with me, I had a very difficult time because I was a high maintenance kind of person and my coaches and my mentors probably wanted to pull out all their hairs, okay? But my production was always high. I was always producing, which is what saved me in a lot of places that I worked in, okay? These guys are like perfect. They're like angels, okay? These people are like, oh, damn, bro, like, I don't want to deal with this guy, but you know what? He's bringing in results, no problem, okay? But then you have people that are low maintenance, okay? They don't give you any problems. They don't give you any issues, but they have very low production, okay? Low production. All right? Meaning they don't produce. So you're thinking to yourself, why do I need this person in my team? They're not producing. They're not adding any value. They're not doing anything. They're just there. Okay? But they give me very little issues. Now, their production is not the best. They're still creating a little bit of results, a little bit something, little bit, but they're not giving you headaches. And a lot of people think that by leaving this person, that's okay. And when I used to make this mistake, and I make this mistake even to this day, when you allow a low maintenance person with low production inside of your culture, what ends up happening, it destroys everything. Because now the newest person that walks into your team thinks it's okay to not give people headaches and it's okay to have low production. And that's an issue. But then you have another person. This one you got to get rid of right away. Okay? High maintenance, right? And then low production. I mean, these people are just completely garbage. Like I get rid of them like that. But the problem that we're going to talk about today, we're going to talk about the people in this section. Okay? We're going to talk about people in the low maintenance and low production setting. Why is that? Because 90+% of leaders have a big challenge of getting rid of these people. They have a challenge. They don't know how to get rid of these people. Also, they have a challenge with getting rid of sometimes you have these guys, right? I mean, with these guys, you just got to work harder with them. But when it comes to low maintenance, low production, 100% no. You may think it's not hurting you, but it is, okay? So remember, cultural-wise, it affects your culture. When you're talking to people and you're allowing them to be in the company or in your sales office or whatever, and they're not producing, it affects the culture. You need to have people that are fulfilling the standards of the company. So for one of the mistakes that I made was I wanted everyone to be happy. I want everyone to be good, and it's an educational environment, and everyone's blessed, and no. At the end of the day, in a business, you have to have performance. If there's no performance, they gotta go. Now, if they have a lot of the leadership qualities, the other qualities that we're looking for, and they produce, that's a perfect person. That's who we want. If they have some issues, that's okay. It's part of life. But if they're not producing, they gotta go. They have to go. And I know sometimes you may say, yeah, well, of course. No, because you may think, oh, if I get rid of this person, it's going to affect this person. What's going to happen? I want to have a big team. And that was my biggest mistake. Like when I was building my teams, I always cared about the amount of people that were in my office. I was like, volume will take care of it. Big problem. Because this time around, I have way less people and I have way more production. Way more production comes from the champions. Champions. And you need to have that kind of mindset, right? You want to have champions on your team. So remember, standards are very important. You need to have certain standards. And if they break the standards, they gotta go. Next, pros and cons. You gotta sit down and say, okay, let's say this person's name is Angel, right? You have Angel, he's sitting here. All right, you got Angel. What are the pros of having Angel on the team? Make a list. What are the pros and what are the cons? Like actually think about it. Okay, Angel, he's an amazing person. He's the only male we have in the office, and we have a full office of females, and we need that male touch a little bit so that if another guy comes in, they can kind of relate with each other, as an example, okay? Or you may have a situation where Angel is the butterfly of the room, and he makes everyone feel happy. He always brings birthday gifts. He always brings birthday cakes to people's birthdays. Like, he's just a good culture individual. He's just happy. The problem is he's not producing, right? He's not producing. He's awesome as an individual, but he's not producing. And what happens is now you're saying to every new person that it's okay to have Angel in the room. So you got to look at the cons, you got to look at the pros. You got to look at, okay, yes, there's pros, but what are the cons? Affecting the culture, affecting the standards, affecting the movement of the company. Think of it this way. Every single person has a specific weight attached to them. This guy right here, Mr. Angel, who has a lot of issues with himself and is not producing, he's a great guy, happy guy, but the problem is he's holding everyone back from succeeding because the team, the leaders, the business owners, the managers, everybody has to put attention to a guy named Angel. So instead of paying attention to a superstar, they're paying attention to fucking Angel. Sorry for my language, right? So very important. That gets me excited because I remember not making these decisions early on in my career, and I had to make tough decisions, okay? And by the way, don't just make decisions based on the emotions, make the decisions based on the data you get. Look at their data, look at the statistics, say, hey, you needed to get this done, you didn't do it. So it's not like I'm getting rid of you, you're getting rid of yourself because we have standards here. I need you to do X amount of sales a week. I need to do X amount of appointments. I need to do X amount of tasks, and you're not doing it. So you're not the one that's doing their part. You're not doing your part, Mr. Buddy. Mr. Angel, I love you to death. You're an awesome part of the culture. You're bringing in birthday gifts and all this stuff, but you're not producing. You're not moving the company forward. Your birthday gifts are awesome, but it's not what's moving the company forward, okay? Next, action, okay? Hold them accountable to their actions. If you want to have a conversation with them, that's fine. Have a conversation. Hey, Angel, you're bringing a lot of birthday gifts, but you're not producing. Here's what we need to do. There's another video I have that talks about accountability. Hold them accountable. Give them a week, 2 weeks, 30 days, whatever it is. And if they don't get it done, they have to go. Because remember, dead weight. Dead weight stops your business from moving forward as fast as you want to go. Because at the end of the day, when you're competing in the business world, speed is everything. And if you don't have speed in your advantage, you're going to lose to someone that's faster, right? Next, communicate with empathy, right? As you could tell, I'm very upset, right? When it comes to these situations, because I remember, like I'm very emotional because I remember when I didn't make these decisions. I remember when it was so tough to get rid of my friends, people that I cared about. It was tough to make these tough decisions, but you have to do them. And you have to do it with empathy. You have to do it with empathy. Like if I tell someone, listen, you're not part of the company, we have to let you go. I'm doing it with empathy. I'm not saying, screw you, you suck. No. With empathy. I care about them. I want them to win. Remember, they're not going to win here. Maybe this is not the right company for them. Maybe it's not the right culture for them. Maybe what they want is not really what they really want. Maybe they want something else, and I have to help them because people will perform when they're in the right environment. And maybe the environment that I have is not specific or conducive for them. Maybe they don't want to be stretched and reach their potential. Maybe they don't want to, strive for greatness. Maybe they just want to be average, and that's okay. But it's not okay with me. It's not okay with my standards. It's not okay with what we're trying to accomplish in our company. And you have to make those decisions and have those conversations with empathy, okay? And don't forget, we call it huddle, play, huddle, okay? A friend of mine told me this, huddle, play, huddle, and it stuck with me for quite some time, okay? Huddle, play, huddle. Huddle, have a conversation. Have them play, watch them play, and then huddle again. And if it doesn't work, like I told you, they have to go. They have to go. Don't make this mistake that I have made. I have made this mistake many times where I would allow someone because I liked them, because they were awesome, because of some characteristics they had. And I was like, maybe one day they'll change. And what I realized is that I cannot trust words, man. Words to me mean nothing. I have to believe and trust action. Action is everything. Action cures all diseases, in my opinion. And if I don't see people acting towards the right direction, the trajectory is not going up, they have to go. And once again, I love them, I care for them, I genuinely feel for them. But if they're not fit for what we're trying to accomplish, I will never, ever, ever create success with them. And they have to go. So I appreciate you. I love you. Hopefully you're not one of the guys that we have to let go of. Hopefully you're not one of my clients or one of my friends or my family, whatever it may be. Remember, this is not just for business, not for sales. This is for everything you do in life. I had to let go of my friends early on in my life because they were not conducive for what I was trying to accomplish. They were high maintenance, right? They were high maintenance and they had low production in what they were trying to accomplish. They were lazy and I couldn't do that. I want to be around people that have low maintenance and high production. I want to be around champions. I want to be around people that make me better, that stress me. This goes for everybody in your life. If they're not fitting towards your culture and your standards, and they're not getting you closer to where you want to go, you have to get rid of them.